I know most people are waiting for the inflation numbers and they believe that this can have an impact on the markets. The Dow futures, Nasdaq futures, S&P futures are pretty much high at this point of time. However, what has happened over the weekend is something that cannot be ignored. We have the Bank of England stepping in to do the gilt purchases, whereas at just some time back it was planning to reduce the bond purchase program. It had to turn the other way around, seeing certain systemic risks that were there, particularly with certain pension funds, and they had to come and do some the gilt purchases over the weekend. They reiterated it yesterday as well. That did this announcement by Bailey has stirred the markets quite, and when it came at exactly 2:38 p.m. Eastern time, you saw the markets plummet for almost a half an hour before they began to claw back up. So the Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey has made the announcement that they have kept Friday as a deadline for the rescue program and nothing more thereafter. Well, he's trying his best to reduce the systemic risks, but I believe that there is some chance that a financial accident may take place over the next 10 days. So please be very cautious. And although the most of the people are looking at the inflation numbers, the PPI, CPI, but I believe what can drive the markets over the next 10 days would be any systemic risk and not the inflation numbers as much. So, not to say that they will not have a role, but a bigger risk that is there to the stock markets is going to be coming from the bond purchase program of Andrew Bailey, the Bank of England governor, and what he's talking about, what stands out as a major risk to the British financial system. This is something which cannot be ignored and will definitely have a major role to play. As we go forward, friends, you will have a situation where even a small whiff of trouble can come and definitely impact a system which is already very precariously poised. So one needs to look at this with a great amount of care. Dow futures up almost 180 points. Nasdaq futures up more than 105 points at this point of time. However, I believe the session after about 12:30 may be a little more jittery, a negative session. So please be a little cautious that the session may, the afternoon session may carry a lot of jitters. And in fact, going forward after 2:40 you may see, or 2:30 you may see some more jitters in the system. The inflation figures, although not yet released, may turn out to be stickier than anticipated, and therefore the Federal Reserve, in addition to these inflation numbers, but a hotter than expected jobs market, could continue its bond purchase, a bond reduction, okay, with the quantitative tightening. But also you will find that they will continue the interest rate hike program, maybe as not as expected, but even more. Okay, so an even more hawkish stance could come from the Federal Reserve. That's how I feel the next few months could transpire. It's a combination of various factors, and now we have a new problem. The US government, with regards to its semiconductor policy, is going to try and see that not much of these various semiconductor designs which are of the cutting edge at the top of the line do not reach the shores of China. So all this is going to lead to a situation where there might be a supply shortage in different forms, of especially of high-end semiconductor chips. All this is leading to a situation again of supply shortages, which may be there in the world economy. This combined with stickier than anticipated inflation data that keeps emanating out of the United States. Also, a very high chance of a systemic risk, and probably all eyes right now are on the Bank of England. It says that it is going to shut its doors to any further gilt-edged securities program. But if there's something more, there is very much of a likelihood of a shoe about to drop. This is the scenario in which, friends, we are dealing with. And although the Dow future is quite high at this point of time, but as we go forward in the session and as we move further during the sessions and the afternoon sessions, you may see some amount of negativity begin to creep into the markets, and that can have an impact on the US markets. And please do bear this in mind before you make your trading decisions for today and from here. To get to know more as to where the markets are headed from here, please do join my Prime or Prime Plus Telegram groups. You can WhatsApp me at 982-086-1044. Alternatively, you can email me at globalmoneyinvestor@gmail.com. globalmoneyinvestor@gmail.com. Friends, before I conclude, there is some important words I would like to say. All these timings and other things that we give are on the basis of some expensive data that we collate together and bring to light important information which we use for the purposes of investment decisions. I know that the world gets used to, there is so much of a plethora of financial information. People love to have everything for free. But you do realize that there's a cost to anything. Nothing can come for free in this world. There's no free lunch. So you have, even if you do a search, a Google enables you to do a search for free. However, somebody has to pay for the ads, right? The ads are there so that Google also makes some money out of it. Otherwise, they cannot also just keep mining the data and give it to you for free. So do understand that there is a cost to everything, and we have a subscription based model which I believe is very much of a straightforward way of functioning. We try to give you a good product. It's a proper way of doing research using very expensive data, and then we try and give it back to you. Very sincere and honest opinion, not prejudiced in any direction or in any form or dictated by any advertisements, or for that matter alliance partners, or our content is entirely organic. So please do understand, and I'm sure you'd be happy to be a part of our Art of Investing team, subscriber base. And please do, if you like my videos, do try and share them with others as well. Hope you have a nice day. I believe that should be a very interesting day of trading today, and talk to you soon once again. Look forward. Take care. Bye-bye.